confidence and pull out. But also Eamonn, not the easiest competitor, but you play these games for a reason.
Yeah, and we are now in best of 5 territory, no longer a best of 3. So it will be move, no move. Move, no move, NMPZ.
NMPZ.
If we get there, Trevor.
If we get there.
If we get there.
I will say, I think the best of 5 format does maybe favor Shiina because he does guarantee himself 2 moving games, and he is one of the stronger moving players, especially in duels. But let's find out. Eamonn versus Shiina. Game 1, last chance. Winner advances. Loser does not.
Yeah.
Best of 5.
Let's get it going, Trevor.
Here. Round 1.
So much on the line for these players.
You can see the nerves when they start spinning their player around. That's what I've noticed. They got round 1. We have the single yellow road line here. Should be Ontario with these lamps. Both players.
Round 1s typically start slower before the pace picks up.
Yeah, especially in moving games with no multis. You're really trying to pinpoint exactly where you are here because you can, we've seen a couple people lose 1,000+ points in these, but nothing too crazy. But they do matter at the end of the day. I think that was an Ontario sign we saw there too, with a black border on the bottom there on Shiina's screen that we just passed by. We see Eamonn here reading the gas prices. Very expensive, one must say.
Yeah, as they often are these days, Trevor. 5 seconds left.
Shiina having the nerves again, not able to make his mark. He moved there last second. Looking at his hands, he knows. That's what we saw. He in his game 1, he forgot to make a guess because the mouse sensitivity, and he was unable to get his hands working with him. Round 2, we're gonna stay in NA here. This will be the other border though, in the USA, as it looks. I love getting USA locks in this because I think it's a good way to, especially on moving games. We do have a New Jersey plate there. It's ever Bayonne, New Jersey. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Just to go back to something you just brought up, Trevor, yeah, it's interesting if we look at the trajectory of Shiina over the course of this tournament. Yeah, at the start, he was shaking. He was so nervous, and he's got a hold of them slightly, and hopefully now he's really got a full hold on the game and can perform to the best of his ability.
Yes, and Shiina's going both players in New Jersey here. Pizza. Eamonn getting closer there, picking up, evening things out just a bit.
Yep. Round 2 now done. Both players sitting around the same point score. Double damage as we head into round 3.
Round 3. Go across the pond here. We're going to be back in Europe for the first time today. Looks like Italy. We have the short plates, Italian there, or the double blue strip on the front of the plate, short. Region guessing Italy here. We do see Eamonn go north. Black on the back of the sign. And Eamonn finding information before Shiina here. But Shiina finding information just seconds after, 30 seconds left. He's also zooming in to just outside Milan here. Both players will see very minimal points, assuming they both stay.
Clock has been wound down quite a bit in each round so far.
Shiina lining roads up.
Steady start by both players.
Both players very close here. And it will go to Shiina. Decent enough points. 472.
Yeah, but barely anything separating the players right now.
Round 4.
But as the multis build, Trevor, that gap might
Multis build, and so do the points.
Yes.
Driving left here. As we see the back of the car with the antenna. Will be South Africa. We see an instant zoom here by Eamonn. Eamonn gets the blur on that. Excelsior River Cottages. Looks like he's in North Cape right now. Gecko Cottage. Welcome in Priska welcomes you. We have a little town name there. Okay. Oh, it's right there on Eamonn's map. He doesn't see it because he doesn't have the same information, but it is just northwest of where Eamon's marker is right there. Priska. Let's see if Shiina can also find that. And he has information. He is going to be close because he's just going to line up. If Eamonn... Is Eamonn going to move last second? He's in Uppington now. And is Eamonn's looking north of Pretoria here.
It's quite a difference here, Trevor.
I don't know if Shiina saw that or if it's just...
2.5x damage, and it's actually in between them.
It is, yeah, 98. Sometimes scanning maps, you know, you scan over right exactly what you're looking for. It happens. Round 5, 3x damage. As we move in to France here, we see the blue sticker on the pole. And then if you don't know that, you do have the French language. Oui, oui. Maybe look for an area code here, an address, anything to help you get a good region guess here in France. Those yellow numbers on those signs really are not helpful, in my opinion. Eamonn locking in. So far it's been a pretty even match here. Both players making equally good guesses. Eamonn looking to take a moving game off of Shiina, which would be very, very good. And Shiina wanted to move more west, but again, his mouse sensitivity not letting him. 800 points.
Yeah, even with the triple multi, just getting to 800 points. Trevor, we're at the halfway point now, and still barely anything separating our players. I would already say, I'd be surprised if we didn't see around 10. Putting it out there now.
It's looking like that, especially as moving to round 6 here. With a smaller country that's more, I would say, region guessable, especially with water. I don't have a compass on my screen, but the water does look south, so this will be Ecuador here with this poop cam. And with water west, or I can't read the compass. Looks like it's more south than anything. And we do see Eamonn locking in a road with water south here, and both players in similar areas, so we do get closer to that round 10 mark here. And Eamonn, or Shiina, I should say, with the first 5K of the day.
Great to see a 5K. I'm not sure if we saw one yesterday.
We saw, I think, a couple, maybe.
A couple.
My memory doesn't.
I know the day before we saw multiple
double
5Ks and 2 double 5Ks.
We were spoiled.
Yeah.
Shiina.
Great guess there.
With the W animation. W in the chat.
W
and we
in the
move
chat.
back. This could be big points, depending on what information is available down the street here. Back in the US here. Region guessing the US can be difficult, but if you find information, area codes, anything like that, I think Shiina does know US area codes. So, welcome. Well, that's helpful information. North Carolina. Could be downtown Mr. Beast here, near Greenville.
Is that the origin story of Mr. Beast? Or?
I think he's from Greenville.
Okay.
He's scanning for Panay Neck, North Carolina here. It looks like it maybe zoom in one more. He can maybe find Panay Neck. He's scanning. He knows information. He has information. This is Eamonn's screen, I should say. Shiina does not have the same information, so we'll see if he even zooms in North Carolina here. And he's going Alabama, so this will be big points for Eamonn if Shiina stays there, because he finds a sign last second that might have said Greenville on it.
Oh, that is a great guess by Eamonn.
And that's
quadruple damage,
that's
massive points, and it's game.
Downtown Mr. Beast.
Started off steady, but then the pace rose. So did the multis and points. Eamonn takes away game 1. Strong start for him. Just to clarify again for our audience, yeah, this is it. The last chance. This is, you know, everything is on the line here. The winner of this, they take the last spot for APAC at the World Cup, and the loser will not have a chance to head to the World Cup, Trevor.
They will not. They will not be here back in Stockholm, and
no, they won't.
But that's okay.
It's okay, but you want to be there.
You want to be there.
You want to be there.
I'm just trying to, you know, they're probably watching the VOD, if we're being honest. So,
love you all. Love you all.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. No move, game 2.
No move, game 2. Eamonn up 1-0. Let's get right into it, shall we? This will be the first of the day we see here. This is where the players go here. Usually with this red soil. You want to go Western Australia? We'll see if the players agree or disagree. Some trash bins. Can't really tell with the poles or anything like that. Haven't really played there. Could be anything. You know, you get red soil kind of all over. Fake meta of the day is maybe the wall curbs.
Eamonn first to open, goes to Perth.
Goes to Perth. We do have 2 players in this tournament from Perth. None of them in this game right now, but
shout out to Perth.
got to Perth. 2 players, both players here going Perth.
Yeah. Likely a low point scenario here.
Correct. Yep. These no moving games, it's a game of consistency again. So we keep seeing. Yep, this will be maybe 30 points max. 3 points max. Quick math.
Quick
10
math,
points.
10. You're close, Trevor.
Round 2.
Round 2.
This is a fun location here with this rock wall. In NPZ, the concrete doesn't look too Philippines, but maybe if you turn around, it does look more Philippines. You can see the front of the car. White Gen 4 driving right, because that is the front. Would indicate Philippines. Eamonn did lose against Zigzag yesterday on the Philippines. Let's see if he can bring it back here and make a good region guess. No move. Sometimes you can make a better guess no move than you do moving. Sometimes less information is more information. Both players going Philly.
Yeah.
Similar areas here, Central. Ooh, Shiina is looking at Palawan here, thinking maybe it could be possible. He's staying.
Shiina scanning
all
heavily.
over.
Yeah. Eamonn using all of his time to look at the image as opposed to scanning across his map. Soon though, yeah, he'll have to open. And he is perhaps going to change his position. No, just across the coastline, a bit further along. Quite a difference here, Trevor, in round 2. Ah, it's actually a different island entirely.
Palawan, that's where Shiina was looking and scanning, but he did not commit. If you committed that, you could have picked up a lot of points. Unfortunately, no player did commit. That is a hard round. Round 3. Looks like we're going to be back, so they could, and by back, I mean back in the Philippines. We have English there.
Live in harmony or die in agony. That is quite the way to start off a round.
That's maybe serendipitous.
It is the last chance after all, Trevor.
It is the last chance. Live in harmony or die. That's all right. We do see a minute now guessed here by Shiina locking it in.
Five seconds left. Eamonn is going to adjust, goes more north. 2x damage. It's a good guess. He would have been a bit closer if he'd stayed, but nonetheless, winning round for Eamonn.
This is where no move things do get a little more interesting here. Let's keep going.
Trevor, round 4, where we at?
An NPC here looks like Arge. Western Arge. We'll see.
Eamonn. That's a bit of an AZ there.
That's a Giga Chad AZ right there. He's looking more east.
He's looking for, specific green
and when you
area
can always tell a lot about a player's skill by how they scan the map, and that was a pretty impressive movement there.
Yeah, mechanically, Eamonn pretty much perfect. Zooming in and out, scanning left to right, up and down.
Eamonn is looking
smooth operator.
He's literally scanning roads here, a white road. It is going east-west, as we can see, with the compass there. I think they're somewhat different in areas here. I don't know where they're going to commit. Both players we just have a scan fest here.
Yeah. Oof, but it's actually much further north.
Yeah, just outside Mendoza. Could have been big points. Kind of the moral of the story here. But it's not. Round 5.
Yeah, similar to game 1 of Move, we reached the halfway point and there's barely anything separating our 2 players.
Comes down to that one guess.
It really can.
And this is where things do get interesting here as we move into 3x multi.
Yep, the halfway point. The multis have built. Now substantial. Eamonn places his marker down. Shiina yet to open, now does. Also places marker down south of Finland. Eamonn's in Sweden. Quite a difference here, Trevor.
We see Finland and Sweden. We do see Shiina and Finland. I maybe lean towards the Sweden guess more, but it is not an obvious either way. And Shiina's gonna move last second to Stockholm, it looks like. Is he? No, he's staying. He's staying, he's committing, and we have 2 different commits here. Could be between the 2. It is Finland!
Oh, what a guess by Shiina. Finland, this time the Winland for our Japanese player.
That was good.
And now Eamonn in a big deficit.
Big deficit, but he still does have the 1-0 advantage in the series so far.
Yes, he does. Best of 5s, everybody. Best of 5s.
Best of 5. You have to win 3 games here. Looking at the antenna here.
Antenna.
When the line roads up in Russia.
Yep, Shiina. First to move, first to act. Eamonn after lining up the road
just
now.
outside Chelyabinsk. Shiina is moving more east now.
Oh, there could be quite a big difference here if Eamon
It looks like Eamon is also committing more east, and they're on the same road.
Now they're on the same road. There was a difference there for a moment. Eamon may be looking to line up a 5K. It's gone further south, though. 3.5x could see some points here. And it's a great guess by Shiina. Could that be enough? Oh,
no,
yes,
by 20 points!
Just about! Shiina in style! When those multis build, you gotta be careful, you gotta be as accurate as possible.
By
in this
20
case,
points.
Eamonn wasn't. So now, our series is tied up 1-1.
1-1, and maybe that's not how we expected this to go so far. You maybe expected Eamon to win the no move and Shiina to win the move. Kind of flip-flop there, back in the moving here.
Back to the move.
Eamon has to be excited. He's played such a... The thing about Eamon is he's played so well. Every single moving game he's played in this series so far, or in the whole tournament, has been such a high level of moving. And we're back in the best of 5. We're back to moving, as we do get 2 guaranteed moving games in this best of 5. Just for those tuning in, this is the last chance. So whoever does win this best of 5 series does advance to the World Cup in Stockholm. The winner does, I should say. The loser goes home.
Yep.
Round 1. Well, they both go home, but one comes back for September.
Yes.
They do not stay here.
They do not stay in Sweden, confirmed. They can if they want, I guess.
Why would you want to do that? Just kidding.
Sweden's a great place, brother.
Sure, we have the Yale plate here. And
Shout out to Sweden.
Shout out to Sweden. Shout out to Colombia as well. Here in Colombia here, we have the skinny white poles. Relatable. Also with the Yale backplate, or the Yale plates.
Yeah, both players going to Colo. Round 1. Both players taking their time.
In these moving games, you're just kind of looking for information.
Yeah, trying to squeeze out as much detail as possible.
Any signs or anything, but looks like nothing anyone found of value. Oh, Shiina there found a road marker last second, wasn't able to use it to his advantage.
Shiina looking a bit disappointed. Perhaps if he'd found that information earlier, he would have repositioned closer to the marker.
Round 2, moving
to the location.
We do have the Cambodia antenna here. which is the 3 swivels on the back of the antenna. We also have houses on stilts. A very Cambodian thing. We probably will also find a Cambodian beer. There it is. All good signs for Cambodia. Do you go Phnom Penh? Do you go more south? We're on the river here, or like on the body of water. And you see Eamonn. Yeah, it's max east.
Yeah, both players so close to each other. Shiina, though, clawing back the lead slightly in round 2.
Round 3. In the Philippines. Again, we've seen a lot of these Philippines in this tournament, especially in the moving games here, so very valuable country to learn. Very valuable to learn your tuk-tuks, but with moving you can find, and we do see Eamonn finding an address. And I did see on his Instagram story the other day him taking a quiz for Philippine provinces. So he has been studying even as early as yesterday, I think, or 2 days ago. So this information will be valuable to him if he can scan.
Study and practice, of course, a big part for many of our players here. They spent so much time.
Eamonn's locking in and laughing. I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, Shiina's going close, so shouldn't be too much of a surprise for Eamonn.
Maybe he thinks he should have found it quicker. Not sure what the round 4
expression was for. I don't know, Trevor.
Got there in the end. That's all that matters.
Because sometimes, you know, we see that the reaction coming out of a lock where you feel the player suddenly regrets it, and then it suddenly goes super south for them. But that was not the case there, Eamonn. You're good.
Looks like we have the Austrian bollards here. They share the same bollards with Slovenia. This maybe looks more Austrian to me. And we do see a northern Austria guest here, away from the hills. Does make sense. You could maybe go eastern pocket, and we do see Shiina finding way more information than his opponent here, Eamonn. Will he use it? Probably.
"20 seconds left in round." We keep reaching or getting to the halfway point, and there's barely anything between the two players. And we're seeing it again now in game 3, Trevor.
Yeah, the moving games end up like that often.
I mean, it happened in the no move as well in the last game, and then suddenly there were like 2 rounds or.
Yeah, it comes down to that one guess in the big country, really. Like we keep saying, a game of consistency. Like Vienna.
Good guesses by both players. Better by Shiina.
In the round 5, the halfway mark here on the moving. Even game here, 1-1. Even series. This one looks like France to me, with this short antenna, this road, and these crops. Let's see. We have the ladder pole there, which would indicate France as well. We do see Eamonn locking in Brittany.
Fast lock there.
It was, you know,
France.
Sometimes I think, and we have a Paris guess, and we end up similar again. So we'll be seeing a round 6 with minimal points. But Eamonn, closer there.
So close, so tight. Definitely speaks to the experience and skill level of our players, Trevor.
Yes. These are 2 very good moving players. Very, very experienced. Also, they're both really high rated on the comp leaderboard, which is does give yourself a good practice. And Eamonn found the city, locking it in.
South Peru.
Shiina going slightly more north.
Yeah.
With not the same information.
Well, 3.5x, Trevor. Might see some points here.
Assuming Eamonn is right.
Oh, what a guess by Eamonn!
He knew he had it, and he did, and that's massive points.
And it's enough! Great job by Eamonn, but it was not.
Oh, you can see
it was enough.
The joy in his face on that, knowing how much that he needed that win there.
Knocking
He's
Shiina out,
one
server.
win away, and we're going back to no move.
Going back to no move.
A lot of the moving is kind of finding the sign. It's a skill to find the signs and to use the information available to you, but Eamonn played that game perfectly, I think, finding the information and instant sending, hoping Shiina didn't find the thing, we could see him looking over, knowing Shiina only had 10 seconds to find the same information. He did not find it.
All three of our games, Trevor, have had the same rhythm.
Yeah, it's been...
Get to the halfway point, it's very even, and then it's sort of like the game ends in the next 2 rounds.
Multis, I'll do it to you. It will do it to you.
If I'm not misremembering, but
And
I'm pretty certain all three of our games.
Those last 2 games we had too, the difference between the win and loss there were like 60 points.
Yeah.
If you just go down the road a bit, you maybe have another chance to pull it off.
Okay, let's set the scene here. At this point, all right, game 4, back to no move. Eamonn 2-1 up. If Eamonn were to win now, he would get the last spot from the APAC regional finals for the World Cup in September, and Shiina would go home unable to return back in September. So Shiina needs to win here if he is to stand a chance.
He needs to win the next 2 games. He has to win this no-move game right here, and then he has to beat Eamonn in the NMPZ tiebreaker. Can he do it? Let's find out in game 4, back to no move. We get 1 360 panorama. And this is all she wrote. This is where the moving games do get more fun, or equally as fun. With little information, you do tend to make worse guesses.
Eamonn going Finland.
I like it. It's definitely Scandinavia.
Shiina going Sweden.
It's one of the 2. Snow coverage is interesting here. And
oh, and Eamonn corrects. I think they're pretty close to each other now.
yeah, both in Sweden here.
Locked in by Shiina.
Especially with the no multis. Let's see. Max North. And that will be a 300-point deficit going down. And Shiina taking that one away. As move in round 2. No move. Very cool location in Europe.
The vineyard?
The vineyard?
No.
Maybe
some sort of farm.
First instinct here was maybe you go like near Bari. Not even sure. We'll see what the players agree with here. We see a Spain guess here. I like Spain.
Eamonn going mid-north in Spain. Shiina looking off into the distance, trying to make sense of where he's been dropped. Shiina with a similar placement right now, but also looking towards Italy.
My first instinct was Italy, but it's Italy and Spain is a common 50-50, so...
Was he going to switch? Not right now. Oh, he might do.
He's
thinking, Shiina, you're baiting us.
Both players staying in Spain, so even if they do, it's minimum points if one person switches, and it is Spain.
Yep. Good job by Shiina to hang on to his initial choice. He was very close there to switching to Italy last second, but his intuition was right, and it was Spain. He gets another round win.
This, you have to give maybe the advantage here to Shiina in Japan. But just because you're from somewhere doesn't mean you're the best at it. Eamonn,
hometown hero.
Also able to pick up some points here.
Smiles when he sees the location.
Yep. And we do see Shiina looking at the transformer top here, or the top of the pole here, looking for any clues. These poles do hold a lot of information. And Shiina, luckily able to read. And we do see a Tokyo plonk here by Eamonn.
Eamonn really following those wires, looking at the transformers.
Looking at the top of the pole here. This is the gatekeeper to a good guess, that one pole. And we do see Shiina in a way different part right now.
20 seconds left. With
15 seconds left, will Eamonn stay? Will Shiina stay? And who's right? Both players in different areas. Eamonn staying. This is massive points for someone on 2x multi, unless it's in between the 2.
Oh, yeah.
Eamonn moves more south last second. 3 seconds.
Different sides of the country, right? Oh, well, Eamonn has moved slightly more middle. You should have stayed in Tokyo, but it's still a good guess.
2,300 points. If Eamonn stayed in Tokyo, that could have been way more devastating. He knows, but you can't be upset with the 2,300 points.
No.
And Shiina,
yeah, that
probably frustrated with his.
That might have been over 3.5k if he'd stayed in Tokyo, Trevor.
Yeah.
But again, he should be happy with that. It's a good guess, and it's much closer than Shiina was. And now Eamonn enjoying a decent lead going into round 4.
Speaking of round 4, what do we have here? Another maybe inconspicuous round here. Horse. So this round, on no move, it's sometimes more difficult because you get rounds like this where you don't have the car visible, which makes it a little bit more difficult. It kind of looks like the similar area yesterday where Zigzag had that North Luzon guess there. That was really, really impressive. Maybe we see a similar guess here. I would lean Philippines here, but not the easiest round at all by any means, especially on no move. We do see Eamonn zooming in the Philippines. We could see a blunder here.
That would be something, Trevor, in
both
round
players
4.
in Philly. We do see both players going min and out here, potentially because of the palm trees. And Eamonn zooming up there north, saying, hovering, showing the crowd or the audience, I think it could be up here. We like to call that a pre-cope.
The old pre-cope rearing its head. 10 seconds left on the clock. Perhaps going to see it wind down completely. Shiina to lock first. Quite a difference in distance
we
here.
are in separate regions. And
Yeah, we are.
And it's south, and he should have stayed. Shiina picking up good points here. Evening things out, taking the lead. Eamonn, right. That's 2 rounds in a row. He's moved away from really, really close last second to the worst guess.
It's a great guess by Shiina.
Good confidence boost there, but this is where things do get interesting. In Russia here, we have, what is that, red, Gen 4. This could be big points. We did see it end in Russia on game 2. Eamonn going to line the road up in east of Novosibirsk here. Shiina yet to open his map. We might see a lock-in here within the next 10-15 seconds here by Eamonn the way he's doing. Both players looking at similar roads again, scanning. The thing is, even if you're on the same road, you can still pick up massive points. But they look pretty close.
As we know,
scanning.
Long roads, you can end up in very different locations, and at a 3x multi in round 5, could see some points. I can't quite see myself right now comparatively the distance between our players, but there might be something significant, if that distance between them is large. Let's find out. No, both
goes to Eamonn. Decent points, especially on 3x multi, 900.
Yeah, Eamonn almost evening things up there.
Both in the yellow. Eamonn up 2-1.
Here we are in the UK.
Ice cream, crisp, newspapers, sweets, minerals, cards, and toys.
Minerals. I'm glad that they also sell minerals, you know.
And lottery.
Yep.
Shout out to...
That's a business that covers everything.
We have the yellow plate here, which would indicate the UK, but no other plates are the UK plate, so then you just assume this is Ireland, and we have a traveler there. But we'll see. An area code here too. We have a .ie domain with an area code. Who knows their Ireland area codes? Anyone? Not nice at the Fox.
Ireland. Eamonn to place his marker down first. Shiina to follow. Each player looking at all the businesses, getting all the information.
Going outside Dublin. North. Looks like a nice little downtown area here.
are in pretty similar
This will
regions.
be not a winnable offense for any player here, but you know, maybe slow and steady does win the race. I'm assuming the area code gave them Northern Ireland, but it was...
Yeah, that's going to be barely anything, Trevor.
172.
Getting into round 7 now.
Eamonn, 4 more rounds. Decides his fate. We have the black on the back of the sign there, with the very, what I like to call, the Tumblr aesthetic that Italy likes to use with their lowercase font. This will be another, I think, minimal points unless someone just region guesses Italy. There's a lot of information on that sign there, though.
You can just imagine the pressure that both our players are feeling right now. Shiina needs to win this to take it to game 5. Eamonn, if he wins this, he guarantees himself a spot at the World Cup. The last spot from APAC. And we're in round 7. Almost certainly going to see a round 8.
Yeah, definitely we'll see round 8 here unless we see a player move to like South Africa last second. Don't think that will happen. I hope not.
Good guess by Eamonn. I mean, good guess by both players, but Eamonn just slightly closer, and that multi helps him throw some damage the way of Shiina.
And this could be big points here as we look at Indonesia. Let's take one quick panorama before we show it to the players. Tiled roofs. Maybe it's more Java thing. We also have the satellite dish pointing directly up, so maybe we're near the equator.
Trevor, 2.5k on Shiina, 2.3k on Eamonn. Could it end here in either direction?
It could, depending on what information. I'm not sure what's usable here. We do see a Java guess here. Central Java. I think that is a very good guess here by Eamonn. Nothing there is quite readable, I don't think. I think it's too small. Shiina tilting his head to see if anything there is readable. Don't think so. Bollard is also interesting. Shiina moves in to Central Java
Also Central
as well.
Java.
We do see the big mountain. I think didn't quite see the compass, but slightly different points. Different enough to pick up, I think, a couple. Depends if someone's really close, especially if Shiina
they're
keeps
edging
moving.
closer together though, Trevor.
Eamonn's, yeah, he got closer last second.
Oh, Eamonn
Eamonn.
closer. 4.5x multi. It's going to make it 851 points. We will be going to a round 9.
We will be going around 9, and that's another instance of Eamonn moving his marker away that last second there to, I guess it wasn't as I, oh, I forgot to show location there. He started the round, but it looks like.
Yeah, we're getting straight into it.
Very interesting, potentially US here with this. Definitely US or Canada. Not an easy location. Is it ever? Neither. I think it should be Canada here. Question is where I'm standing up, Paula. This could be game. This probably will be game if we're being honest with ourselves. You probably go east, or I don't even want to call anything. We'll commit Canada. And I do like the New Brunswick, Nova Scotia area. Is there potentially water to our south there, which maybe indicates that? I can't tell through it if that is. No player, Eamonn, isn't opening his map hovering Nova Scotia. And we do see someone's right.
Oh, wow.
Oh no, Shiina's not able to get his guess down.
Oh!
Last second. It goes to Eamonn!
Eamonn!
He's done it!
You are a monster! Congratulations, you are our last chance winner, heading from the APAC Regional Finals to the World Cup in September. Commiserations to Shiina. He put on a great show, did everything he could.
Wow.